Welcome to Unlimited Power. My name is D-Rod, and a couple of changes today. We have a couple of things a little bit different. Gonna make a few things here, but yeah, we're back and play testing. We made a couple of changes to fit the overall theme. Just some updates that we made from the last live stream of a PQ we did in Seattle a few weeks ago. So we're gonna keep a little bit of that theme here. And we're doing some playtesting today. Today we're going to be playtesting Darth Vader from Jump to Lightspeed pilot deck. And this deck is actually going to be the same one that won the Louisville PQ. The link to the deck is in the description down below. But this one, the Louisville PQ, took first place. There's a lot of fun JTL Vader decks out there, so happy to have that on here. There it is, Star Wars Unlimited. Woo! A lot of exclamation points there. Right now, we're just waiting on the playtest partner to return. I know he'll be back in just a minute. We'll start with the initiative there as he's ready to go. But yeah, I really enjoy trying out new stuff. Vader has been one of the fun ones just because he has a really fun spam of swarming tokens that come out. So a lot of TIE fighters. The goal here is to use things like Clone Cohort to finish off your opponent with some really big swings. Try to control the game a little bit with the few cunning cards you have. Most of your other support's going to be in your sideboard, but for the most part, your goal here is to be aggressive, to be fast, and just kind of go, towards your opponent. So pretty pumped here to kind of get some stuff going. We're really close, obviously, to Legends of the Force now. We are about 1 month away to release, so you're going to be doing a lot of more playtesting of some JTL stuff, and again, prepping for Worlds. So if you are prepping for Worlds and haven't decided on a deck yet, I always recommend doing that a little bit early. If you don't think you're going to be playing one of the new leaders, the right thing to do, a good thing to do is to be play testing one of the strong leaders you want to take to Worlds and identifying kind of where their weaknesses are. That's always going to be the benefit there. So I know for myself, I'm looking at a lot more control builds, a couple of, maybe continuing to play Han, but that means I'm looking at a lot of the spoilers that come out and to see how do they impact the deck I already have. Can they make it stronger? Can they make it better? It's always good to, play test what you can. If you can proxy new cards, that's great. But with such limited time from release to Worlds, your play testing is going to be a little bit difficult. So it's good to get a lot of reps in with decks that you think you may just adjust and play at Worlds or begin proxying some other cards. Looks like my playtest partner is back at their desk. All right, Jay, you ready to roll for initiative? All right. So Jay is running Sabine Ren. We're going to do the aggro test first. I got an 8. He has a 10. All right. Looks like you have the initiative. Let's go ahead and shuffle or draw our 6 cards here. All right, so we definitely want to spam out a lot of tokens where we can. I have 2 1-drops in here, a Mining Guild TIE Fighter, which can draw cards. Probably use that more in the later game as far as the drawing ability, because I think I have enough to have consistent cards to play every turn. We also have Republic Y-Wing, so I have 2 1-drops that I can throw down pretty quickly. On turn 2, I'm looking at Eager Escort Fighter, which is going to be able to have ambush. That's great because Vader's ability triggers as long as you attack. So if I can get an attack in, I can exhaust Vader to create a TIE Fighter token, building that up. Jarkin, great matchup to watch. Also loving the Wrexham shirt. Oh yeah, man, Wrexham. Love being that American fan there. So that's me. So I've definitely fallen in love with soccer over the past more than 5 years than I have in the past 10 I've been watching it. So now I definitely have a European team I follow, or in this case, more of a Welsh team I follow, but it's been great watching that rise. So the other 3 drops I have are Victor Leader and TIE Dagger Vanguard and Overwhelming Barrage. So I need to obviously keep 2 1-drops. I need to overwhelm my opponent here. More than likely, he may not have a space option, so I may drop Eager Escort. But let's actually drop the Vanguard. Yeah, we'll drop the Vanguard, and I don't want to drop Barrage, but it's just going to be a while till I can get to it. So we're going to drop the Barrage. So, all right. I'm ready, Jay. Start us off. All right. Pings us both for 1 damage from the Sabine roll. So we'll go ahead and do this. I'm going to pay 1 for a Republic Y-Wing. It's a 1/3 space unit. That 1/3 Y-Wing. And Jay, I'm going to move this over here just that way it looks better on camera that I'm in a different arena. So I think you did that. Because did I... Oh, okay, yeah. Do it that way then. I'll be fine. No, you can... If you move it the other way, I have a little better glare. There you go. Yeah, move it to the other side. Thanks. Yeah, there we go. Cool, thank you. Got it. All right, so he plays his Sabine. I'll pay 1 for a Mining Guild TIE Fighter, so I have 2 spaceships out. Right, I'll pass. So he takes the initiative. We'll draw 2 cards. Waylay and Overwhelming Barrage. Ugh. All right, this time I'm going to drop the Eager Escort Fighter. I'm going to keep the Victor Leader. And I'm going to keep the Waylay and the Barrage now. The Waylay gives me an option in case he does drop some space thing or something I don't want to deal with at the moment. Victor Leader obviously gives me a little bit more pressure to put on my opponent because it's going to give +1/+1 to all my space vehicles. And then I have, or space units. And then obviously Overwhelming Barrage is going to be one of the cards that's going to help us clear the board in case this gets out of control, especially next turn with Sabine out. Ooh, there's 3 from Sabine. No one even corrected me. I got Vader up top. There we go. Waylay for Poe. Yeah. That's a good point. Let's see. He hasn't done a resource yet. I really want to get this max amount of damage, so let's go for it. I'm going to pay 3 for Victor Leader. It gives all of my friendly units, space units, +1/+1 while he's in play. So essentially he's a little lord. All right, +1/+1. I'll take it. And there's that Fighters for Freedom I hated. I did not want to see that. Okay. I'll swing for 2 with the Republic Y-Wing. Alright, pings us both for 1. I will swing for 2 with the Mining Guild TIE Fighter. I will exhaust Vader to create a TIE Fighter. Create a TIE Fighter token. Yep. And then I will pass to Stolen ATA Taller and Droid Starfighter. So we can play a 1-drop and a Waylay this turn. I'll drop the Hauler. We'll keep the Droid because we may need a Waylay. That freedom. Fighters for Freedom. Consolidate this. Switch this to a 5. Go. All right, I'm ready. All right, we got 4 vehicles out, and we are on turn 3. So I love the odds here. Oh, here comes ECL. Okay. So ECLing his Sabine masterpiece. The victor leader here is only all for others. So it hits for a 2/4. Everything else has +1/+1. Oh, sorry. 2/3. Okay. Yeah, so he has 2 on attack triggers. I think you only get 1 trigger because you only have red and no yellow. So you just get the red bonus. Yeah. 1 damage to my base. Perfect. Okay. All right. Well, that's not fun. We can kill it. That's not the problem here. But we can kill it. All right. He has the Fighters for Freedom. I'm gonna waylay. Let's waylay those Fighters for Freedom. Back to your hand. All right, so Sabine and now Sabine is all that's out. I'm going to take 3 more damage to my base. Go to 8, or sorry, go to 9. Yeah, I think the victor leader would have been a better shot because it's more damage I have on the board, right? So not really a big problem for me. I'll swing into your Sabine masterpiece for 2 with my TIE Fighter token. Kill that. If after I attack with a non-token vehicle, I can use an action to create another TIE Fighter. So as long as I attack with one of these 2, I can create one. I'll hit your base for 2. Deploy the Sabine. We got a little bit of time here, but not a lot. We still want to attack. We still want to do about 2 more actions, so he's definitely going to have the initiative. 3 more coming our way. It's going to take us from, what is this, 9 to 12. Oops, wrong one. 12. Let's swing for another 2 on your base. Get him to 10. And this is what I like of like the he takes the initiative there. That's what I like. Again, I do have a lot of actions to do, but I'm doing some good stuff. Like I'm building up a good lane here, overwhelming my opponent. So I'll use the Vader ability to put out another TIE Fighter token, and then I'll pay 1 for a droid starfighter. And then I'll pass. All right, so now I'm going to draw Sanctioner Shuttle, TIE Fighter, and I still have Overwhelming Barrage. Tough call here. Barrage is obviously good at strengthening the board. He only has 2 units out. We know one of them he's going to play. So I think what I'm going to do is put down the Barrage, keep the Shuttle, so I can capture the Fighters for Freedom. Can I capture Fighters for Freedom? 3 or less. I think Fighters, yeah, Fighters is 3, so I can capture that. So we'll capture the Fighters when he plays it, and we'll put out another vehicle, getting ready for the Vader flip next turn. Now, when Vader is equipped or deployed, correct, Waylay will return a non-leader unit to its hand. Asking about Waylay there. But when Vader is deployed, he gives the vehicle that he pilots +5/+5. So it's going to be pretty good. Oh my gosh, there's the Darksaber. All right, Darksaber's pretty good. I'm going to pay 3 for Sanctioner Shuttle. When it comes into play, if it have coordinate, so if I have at least 3 units in play, 1, 2, 3, I will capture a unit that costs 3 or less, non-leader unit. I'm going to go ahead and capture Sabine Ren. So you can just go ahead and essentially she's just exiled until Sanctioner is removed from play. That is gross. I'm going to take 7, go from 12 to 19. Yeah, let's go ahead and hit you for 2. Yeah, he takes the initiative, and I have nothing but stuff to do. So, total of 2, 4, 6 points of damage. I will create another TIE fighter, and I will pay 1 for another TIE fighter. And all right. Yeah, it is. All right. And then I'll pass and draw 2 cards. All right, 19 to 18. This is pretty fast Sabine, obviously. This is your traditional Sabine, obviously, that everyone plays. So it does have everything you want to see with ECL. A lot of bodies, a lot of quick damage there. But we have a lot of units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we still have to put a card down. Let's put down Elite P3 Starfighter and save this No Good to Me Dead in case we need it. Love it. Love it. A lot of damage on board. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Plus 6, 16 damage on board. Once Vader flips, that gives something +5/+5. So I could finish the game with 21 points of damage on this turn. If he plays something, he's messed up. He has to get... He has to do 11 life, or 11 damage, and at best he may be like Rebel Assaults, but that's not enough. You're not running Surprise Strikes. I'm trying to think what else he could play that's going to buff him up. Fleet Lieutenant? Oh, that's good. 2 experience to Sabine from that Wing Leader makes this play so much sweeter. I'm going to play No Good to Me Dead. It essentially exhausts Sabine, and she doesn't ready at the next resource step. So she's exhausted for 2 turns. Oh yeah, let's play it out for the fun. I'm going to go and take this Darth Vader, and I'm going to put him on the TIE Fighter token. When he comes into play, he makes 2 more TIE Fighters. Since you have initiative, I'll go ahead and hit you for 6 with the Vader. That takes you to 24, and then a basic TIE Fighter will take you out. Yeah. All right, yep. Yeah, I had a little bit of luck there that you didn't going too wide into space. But yeah, let's go to game 2. All right, so that worked really well. We're going ahead and place the, whatchamacallit, marker here of what games have been won, because I know that's something people have been looking for a little bit here. So let's go ahead and get that up. So 2-player. So Vader did well there. It's nice on games like this, or sorry, on decks like this, where you know your big closing play is the leader deployment. In some decks, let's say like Kira is a big turn when you flip her, when she deploys, but it's not the game-winning turn, right? If you think about older Boba decks, those turns were so good, but they weren't the game-winning turn. Oh yeah, Vader did have 7 power, you're correct, yeah. They're Mega Wills. But yeah, you know, I like decks like that where at least the leader kind of closes it out or gets you really close. I think because Vader is 6, it's more than likely he should close it out for you, either by himself, or if you have the clone cohort out that gets +1/+1 for every vehicle you have. That's going to obviously help out Darth Vader. Or Darth Vader's going to help it out by deploying 2 more vehicles when he gets deployed, which is pretty good. Ooh, we need the No Good to Me Dead here. Now, sideboard stuff, which you won't see in the deck list, is mostly a little bit more control. You see Change of Hearts, you see another Waylay. Essentially, it's just more of a control package if you're going to go longer. So, not so much more on the aggressive end. All right. So I didn't take initiative once that turn. That seems about right with a deck like this, that can happen. You just have more actions than your opponent. It also maybe hurt Sabine to damage themselves, so we'll see if they do that again this time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, I will keep drawing 5 like I'm playing Colossus. We got Overwhelming Barrage. Don't want it. And then I have 3 drops, Waylay, 2 Elite P338 Starfighters, Republic Y-Wing, and a Shuttle. So I am going to mulligan. I'm going to go ahead and mulligan shuffle this hand. So I do want to see 2 1-drops. I am running the Droid Starfighters, the TIE Fighters, the Republic Y-Wings, the Mining Guild TIE Fighters. So you really want to see 2 1-drops early on. That also helps you get your coordinate on online in case you need that Sanctioner Shuttle to buy you more time. Sanctioner Shuttle is really good against other space aggressive decks because it'll remove it. You still keep a body on board, clearing the lane, and you just keep going. Again, I think that's what I like about this deck is if something does get in its way in the space, it has some options to deal with it and keep that pressure going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. This time, let's see here. We got Republic Y-Wing, okay, and a Republic Y-Wing. All right, we're good. Waylay, Elite P338 Starfighter, the Shuttle ST-149. That's the one that essentially puts a shield on itself, and when you play and when it's defeated, it can move upgrade tokens from one unit to another unit. They just have to be an eligible one, so I take control of it. Let's see here. So Waylay I should keep. P-38 Starfighter deals 1 damage to a unit when it's done. Just going to take that out because that's going to be a little bit harder. And let's drop the ST-49. We're not going to see too many token upgrades like shields against the Sabine deck. All right. Okay, I'm ready. I think we're just going to go ahead and start flooding the board again with more. He's going to go for the ping for 1 there. Classic Sabine wants to see what I'm going to play. I'll put out a Republic Y-Wing, a 1/3. Let's go. Oh, there it is. A Green Squadron Y-Wing. Okay, that makes sense. I'll put out a Republic Y-Wing again. Okay, he takes the initiative. No problem there. We have the Eager Escort Fighter. That's going to run right into his A-Wing and triggered Vader's next turn. So I'll pass, and we'll draw 2 cards. Surprise Strike and the P-38 Starfighter. I'm going to drop the 38. I don't need the ping. But this feels good. So we have 3 units we know can attack this turn. He's definitely going to want to swing into one of my units because he's definitely figuring it out of how much damage I can really do here. Which he'll kill 1, and that's fine. I'll still have 2 units on board, and we'll keep going. There it is. Definitely went for that swing. I'll pay 3 for the Eager Escort Fighter. It has ambush, and I'll swing into the Green Squadron A-Wing. They'll both die. Now, as long as he doesn't play another... There it is. All right, Fighters for Freedom. That's fine. I'll use Vader's ability to put out a TIE Fighter since a non-token unit of mine attacked this turn. Non-token vehicle. There's the second one. Hit you for 1 with the Y-Wing. All right, it's 3-2. 3-2. And he keeps the initiative. I'll pass. Draw a TIE Fighter for the Mining Guild and a Shuttle 49. We're going to drop the Shuttle. And we're going to essentially waylay that Fighters for Freedom this turn. See what he does. I don't want to take too much additional damage here. This is where I wish there was a good yellow deck that gave me more help. A good yellow base. That'd be great. More health is great. But that's not how Vader wants to play, which is fine. It's very thematic, right? That's very Vader, which is good. So. Boom, boom, boom. I'm ready. See what he got. What's he have for me? Does he swing for with fighters? Does he play something to get the ping? Or does he Sabine ping first? Yep. Oh no, here comes ECL. All right, so you ECL the fighter, take out the non-token, it's gone, and then 1 damage to base with the ability. Got it. Bummer, not going to get that Vader flip, but that's okay. So let's go 3. I'll waylay the fighters for freedom. Okay. Pings us both for 1. I'll pay 1 for a Mining Guild TIE Fighter. This is where I wish I had a little bit more power on board. I'll hit your base for 1. Oh yeah, Vader, Sabine always is a bad matchup just because she's so fast and I can take some damage. Winning game 1 is great. We'll see if I can win game 2, but I always think, Tony, that it's great to get that started off whenever you're testing your deck of just like, let me test out against something aggressive here. I'm going to take the initiative. So it may be the bad matchup, but again, it's all about just testing speed and what the deck can do. And again, we got game 1. Let's draw 2 cards, Mining Guild TIE Fighter and the Escort Fighter. Do I want 2 fighters in play, or do I want to surprise strike this turn? I think I want 2 fighters, just in case. Here we go. Surprise strike. So we can take care of Sabine's Masterpiece, keeping units on board, or at least ending the turn with 3 units on board, and I think we can draw a card. Ping decks can definitely be tougher. Things like Cat and Quinlan, that will just eat through you, right? Just eats right through these decks. Okay, well, I'm first here. Pay 3. I'm going to pay 3 for Escort. Eager Escort Fighter has Ambush, and I'll attack the Sabine class Masterpiece. Both die, but I have Vader online now to do the ping, or to do the fight free, to do the action. Really want to draw a card, but should just put a TIE Fighter. Vader will put out a TIE Fighter token. There's a Sabine taking me up from, let's see here. It's going from, just doing this math here, 6, 7, 8. 8. Let's do this. All right. Mostly the foe. Take your base for 1 with the TIE Fighter. The Mining Guild TIE Fighter can pay 2 resources to draw a card, and I have 2 untapped right now. So you're going to take me from 8 to 11. With that hit for 3 there. I think I want the body just in case I get something good. Yeah. I'll swing for 1 on your base. And I'll pay 1 for another TIE Fighter, and I will pass. So 7 to 11. TIE Vanguard and First Order TIE Fighter. Nothing amazing, honestly. Let's go. He has no damaged units. Let's control a token unit. This unit gains raid 1. So let's just go ahead and drop the TIE Vanguards and try to draw some cards off these mining guilds. We have the resources now. We have the time. Vader deploys this turn. So we will see what they do. Yeah, losing game 1, or winning game 1 is probably in my favor here. If I can get game 2, even better. Let's see. So I only have 1 card in hand. It's First Order TIE Fighter. Oh, Fighters for Freedom. Second one. Takes me to 12. That's dangerous. That's dangerous. Let's go. I'll swing with the Mining Guild TIE Fighter, and I'm going to pay 2 to draw a card, and you'll take 1 point of damage. Drawing that card, a 1-cost TIE Fighter. Skinny Pepper. I found that I close the game before Poe matters usually. The early masterpiece is usually the play that beats me. I may be playing in the line after that wrong though. Yeah, guess we'll see. I get hit with Sabine, so we go to 15. Dangerous there. 4 resources left. I can draw a card and play both of these guys. Swing for 1 on your base with the Mining Guild TIE Fighter, and I'll pay 2 to draw another card. Overwhelming Barrage, getting there. Ugh, I'm at 18 though. Just take that 3 from Sabine. Okay, let's go. I'll pay 1 for First Order TIE Fighter. When I have a token unit in play, it gains raid 1. And then I get hit for my base again. So we're going to go from 18 to 21. Gross. Gross, gross, gross. Right. I'll pay 1 for another TIE Fighter. Okay. You have the initiative. I'm going to deploy Vader when he comes into play. Attached unit is now a leader unit in case any of those cards matter. And then I get 2 more TIE Fighter tokens. And then I'll go ahead and hit you for 6 and 7 total. And then I'll pass. Let's draw 2 cards. Victor Leader, turn 2 late, and Genosha's Patrol Fighter. So Victor Leader, Overwhelming Mirage, and Patrol Fighter. I have 5 resources left. I can always use Patrol Fighter's Exploit to bounce a non-leader unit that costs 3 or less to its owner's hand, but I got to get some damage in first. So it's such a maybe here. So we're going to Exploit 2, so we have to put a card down. We're going to put down... Barrage is +2 damage, and it removes something of theirs. So we're going to have to use that and the fighter to deal with the leader, the Freedom Fighters. So 7 there. All right, we got Vader here. All set. Vader win unless they have Rebel Assault, which they may. Who knows? There's a lot of tricks here. All right, I'm ready. This is the turn for both of us. Oh, no! Cool, cool, cool. You got me for 8, and then I'm going to die. 29. Oh. Nothing here. Nothing here. I can't kill both of them. Fighters for Freedom's health is what? 4 each? Ooh, okay. I think I have an answer here. Pay 5 for Overwhelming Barrage, everyone's favorite card. +2 on this TIE Fighter, and now I have 6, 7, 8 to distribute. I'll do 4 damage to one Fighter for Freedom and 4 damage to another Fighter for Freedom. Did that get me there? Thanks. I think it got me there, because now I swing for 8. Oh, no. All right, Cassian is a commonly a 3-drop though. All right, I'm going to pay 2. Actually, I'm just going to pay 1. I'm going to pay 1, and I'm going to play Genosha's Patrol Fighter. It has the word exploit, so when I pay it, I can shorten its cost by essentially defeating 2 units. I'm just going to defeat 2 TIE Fighters. So it costs me 1 to play it, and when I play it, I return a non-leader unit that costs 3 or less to its owner's hand. I'm going to bounce Cassian back into your hand. Right. All right. Yeah, then I'll swing on that 8, and then I'll hit you for that final one more with the Vader tie. Wow. I won't lie, chat said you could have gotten that. That was really close, real close, especially with that I think I was lucky and had the answers right then, which most of that was top deck, but yeah, I mean the Rebel assault is just insane. So I mean that just is so big. I got lucky that I had enough damage to take care of everything. All right, you want to pull out that Quinlan? I think I'm going to lose in that one a lot. As long as you play 1-drops and 2. Well, the 1-drops I'll be okay. The 2-drops and 3-drops are what's going to hurt me. All right, well, he switches over to Quinlan Red. I think this is going to be definitely a tighter match overall. Sabine, although it felt like it was slower, I felt, I always think Sabine does really well there. Let's see, and we're going against Tarkentown. Quinlan, everyone's favorite there. TT Quinlan. Really hope we get to see more of Quinlan in upcoming Star Wars stuff. He had so much history in the Legends material. There was a lot going on with him. Just like he had a very unique power, which his power, for people who don't know, he has the ability of like using the Force to see where items have been. I forget, this is like has a very common term in mostly like superhero things, but I can't remember what it's called. But yeah, he could essentially see the history of items as he touched them in the Force, and just was really cool. He was just like a very much a gray type Jedi. And some could even argue like how much he dived into like dark side stuff. But close with Obi-Wan, obviously, that we see. A lot of good training. I won't go too far if you haven't read like the books of him and Asajj. There's only one, but that's a really good one that is canon now if you want to learn more about Quinlan. Looks cool, super dope. Love that he got that shout out in Obi-Wan. But again, I think he's such an interesting character that I'd love to see them do more with that. So, and here we have him just like dominating Star Wars so much. So yeah, Tony, Quinlan gets so much play in the US. I love looking at the US breakdowns compared to other parts of the world. It's crazy. So all right, do the cut here. All right, let's roll to see who goes first. I got a 6, so I'll go first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's hope I have 1-drops, because Quinlan doesn't have that many, if at all, any 1-drops. So his ability of whenever you play a unit, you may damage a unit of your opponents for 1, as long as they have the same cost. So it gets me out of that really well. I'm going to mulligan. I'm going to mulligan because I do have a 2-drop and 3-drops, and I just need some 1-drops here. Again, we saw a lot of the 1-drops last turn. First Order TIE Fighters, Droid Fighters, Republic Y-Wings. I mean, you got to be able to get 1, right? Like that's the thing here. Got to be able to get 1. Now, I like Quinlan a lot. I don't really play Quinlan myself too often, or at least not since this set came out. Really focus a lot on some more Han plays. But again, I thought Quinlan was great. I really loved how it builds up what he's doing. It's always a threat. Fun card, like fun deck. Just it's really hard for me to want to always play hero cards, and I feel like now there's going to be so much more potential to do similar things that we see Quinlan do as we're going into Legends of the Force with more Force users. Just going to be cool. But I'm glad Quinlan got his day in the sun. That's for sure. All right, bad hands. We have 2 shuttles, ST-149s. Those are 4 cost. A pilot, a P-38 starfighter, and a First Order TIE fighter and a barrage. So let's drop one of the shuttles that are a 4 cost. And let's just drop both shuttles. Next turn, play the pilot. Pilot only cost me 1 though. Sneaky. Let's drop the shuttle. I'm not going to have shields to... I will have shields to steal. All right, let's drop the P-38. Okay. All right, I'm ready. Let's see what we can do here. So, just 1 unit this turn. I'll pay 1 for first order TIE fighter. Well, I guess I can equip. Or, sorry, pilot. That's what I'm not paying attention to. Siggy, just stay on the dark side. We have cookies. Classic line there. That's true. Dark side has always done me well. All right, I'll pay 1 for the piloting cost to put a pilot on here, so it's now a 3/2. And when I pilot something, I get a TIE fighter token. You got it. You got the initiative. I'll pass. Let's go. The only times I don't play Dark Side really in Star Wars games was in Star Wars LCG and Star Wars the CCG. The LCG was done by Fantasy Flight, the TCG was done by Decipher, and both those games required you to play both sides. You had to play light and dark. So those are the only times I really had to build light side decks. It only got weird when the meta was so rough for the LCG, and we went to Nationals, a huge event at Gen Con, and I want to say there were only like 7 decks that weren't playing the same light side deck. Like everyone was playing Yoda's. Essentially in that one, it was like more Jedi Smuggler, I think everyone played. And the LCG, you had set cards, so you were stuck with whatever you picked. So if you pick essentially like 12 bases, and every base had 5 cards to it. So it's just like, yeah, why aren't you playing all these Yoda cards? And that's what you did. It was wild. All right, so we have a shuttle. We have the stolen AT-AT hauler. I may take that. Drop the... play 1 card this turn. We'll drop the Y Wing. Okay. All right, I'm ready. Let's see what he does here. It may keep banning the good villain stuff. Gosh, I hope not. I hope not. I mean, it keeps happening, obviously, but I don't want him to touch any of the blue villains. I love. All right. I'm going to hit you for a total of 2, 1, plus 1, because I have raid now that I have a token here. So I'm going to hit you for a total of 4. TIE fighters, man. TIE fighters just come screaming at you. And if it hits my base, you get to ready the guerrilla soldiers, correct? I will take the 3. You can ready them. We'll see if I regret that. Pay 3 for stolen AT-AT hauler. When it dies, I choose an opponent for the phase, and they can play this out of my discard pile for free. But it's a 4/5. So I'll take 2. Made it 8. Let's hit you for 1 with the TIE fighter. I will use Vader's ability to create another TIE fighter since a non-token unit attacked. And then I will pass since you took the initiative. Victor Leader. Here we go. Sanctioner Shuttle. May need that Sanctioner Shuttle later. Let's go ahead and play the shuttle down. We're going to play Victor Leader this turn. All right. A lot of damage on board. A lot of damage. He has not used Tarkin Town yet, but he has not been able to damage any of my stuff. Because it's 1s and 3s. Does he play a 3 cost to hit my hauler? Nope, he hits me for 3 first. Okay. Go to 11. Do I make the hauler bigger? Okay. Yeah, because I'm not going to get more attacks and it'll save it. I'm going to pay 3 for Victor Leader. Gives all my space units +1/+1 while it's in play. So now if he does a ping, he's going to want to use Tarkin Town to take out the Victor Leader. He's going to want to ping Victor Leader outside of the hauler, which gives me the hauler for another turn. Yep, he goes for the Victor Leader. He plays the tech. It's 3 cost. He can hit a 3 cost unit. Let's get some damage going. I'm going to hit you for 5 with the AT-AT hauler. All right, so that got me what I needed to. Victor Leader is destroyed, defeated, but we got some damage going. I'll hit you for 4 with the First Order TIE Fighter. Oh yeah, Justin. You do love fun decks, that's for sure. This is a good one. This has been neat. Ever since we saw this deck at a store championship, it's just been fun. Let's go. We got some damage here. I'll hit you for 1 on your base. He takes the initiative. I'll get you do 1 more, and then I will create another TIE Fighter token with Vader. Then I'll pass. Draw 2 Mining Guild TIE Fighter and a regular TIE Fighter. We are about to be at 5. Let's drop the regular TIE Fighter so we have Sanctioner's Shuttle so we can capture anything that's giving us problems. We have a Mining Guild TIE Fighter we can drop as a 1, but we also have Overwhelming Barrage if we want to keep this AT-AT hauler in play longer. So, I love it. Oh, man. Over to my right is my box of just X-Wing X-Wing miniatures from the tabletop game, and I just wonder if I should grab my ties. But I think all my ties are First Order, so maybe not. Those First Order ties are all a little bit better, too. Oh, yeah, there's a little bit of red sheen with my shirt here. Yeah, when you see it, all my cards look red. All right, Quinlan is deployed. Bummer. I can kill Quinlan, though. Let's go for it. It's his favorite card. Let's do it. Barrage, your favorite. 6 damage here. Quinlan's health is what, 6 or 7? Dang, all right, let's go. Tech's health is what, 3? 5? Oh my gosh. Let's go. Let's finish off Tech and put 1 damage on Quinlan. Oh, that's my hand. I don't know if that was the right play, but it's the play I chose. It's 13 to 14. Oh, sorry, it's 13 to 16. No, it's 13. One damage, the thing with raid. Okay. Let's go ahead and hit you for 4. There it is. I think it was too slow. Right. Gets me for the 3. Yeah, swing for 6 to finish you off. All right. Yeah, that time you didn't see a lot of your control stuff. That force throws would have wrecked me. Obviously, Grogu would have been stopping everything. And I evaded a lot of those pings with the 1 drops. So game 1 is me. It's a little bit of surprise, but not when you see like the cards that come out, right? So there's still some more stuff there. Yeah, Quinlan wrecked it. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Quinlan just has a lot of strong utility, can time stuff right. This one felt a little bit weaker. I took a little bit of that early damage, but you know, again, had to. Because in the end it was just I knew I just overwhelmed the board, right? So as long as you keep your swarm up and it's not taking you too many actions to finish them off, you're good. But you do need that like one big hitter. Vader getting there is good. But I think here it came down to like the stolen and the first order TIE fighter. So definitely did a lot of work, both of those. Jarankin, Quinlan is actually marginally favored into Vader yellow. Not an easy deck to pilot though. The lines are complex. Yeah, lines are complex. All right, Jay, you have the initiative. See how it goes for you this time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so it was a little bit of a shorter stream today. We're flying through these games, even though we started late. And usually our stream, I mean, we'll probably end our stream on time, but I knew this was going to go so fast. I would have made sure we had 3 decks to go. So, all right, let's see here. So, Mining Guild TIE Fighter in my hand, Droid Starfighter in my hand. So 2 1-drops is solid, right? I also got 2 No Good to Me Deads, an Eager Escort Fighter, and a stolen AT-AT Hauler. So this is a great hand, and that's where the complications come, is what do I lose? No Good to Me Dead is a card I don't necessarily want to lose so early. Stolen AT-AT Hauler is such a beast early on, and Eager Escort. Both of these things hit for 4. So I'm going to lose one of them, keep the other. Let's lose 1 No Good to Me Dead and 1 Hauler. So... man, no. The Hauler can stay alive, though, because it has 5 health. Yeah, we'll drop the Eager Escort and the No Good to Me Dead. Let's try this. So 2 1-drops, a 3-drop, and 1 card to deal with something big he puts on the table. Just if I need to stay alive, right? I'm ready. Oh, he takes the initiative. No 1-drops. No 2-drops, sorry. Oh, he actually is waiting for that, so... Droid Starfighter and... Mining Guild TIE Fighter, and I'll pass. All right, we got Wingman 2 and Victor. Wingman Victor 2, that's the one that creates a unit token, a TIE Fighter unit token, and First Order TIE Fighter. So both are good here. Gosh. Let's go for the flood. I won game 1. Let's just flood the board. Let's put nothing but space units on here. If I lose, we're going to game 2. Why not? Boom, Phage, how goes it? Love to see a Phage. Phage, it's going well. Just been recovering after streaming that PQ 2 weeks ago and prepping for everything else happening with the Legend of the Force. 3 indirect damage. Have to take 3 on my base from that indirect, from those guerrilla soldiers, so they get to ready. Dangerous, dangerous. Let's go. Do I want to play the Hauler now or the... No, I want to pay the other stuff, right? Yeah. Swing for 1 on your base. 1 damage. Got him. Game over. Swinging for 2. Justin, I'm still in the First Order Ties, Mining Guild, and Y-Wing drops for my 1-drops. Yeah, First Order Tie I think is great. This one has a lot more. I don't mind it, Justin, but I think it's just because you always want to hit 2, right? Just seems like the way to go. Phage says, hype for Qui-Gon. Only ever wanted Dooku and Qui-Gon leaders since set 1. My dream is complete. Phage, you are not alone. So many people are so excited to have Qui-Gon finally. Let's go. 1 for the Droid Starfighter. He takes the initiative. No cards to play. Let's go. I'll play the AT Hauler, and I will put out a TIE Fighter, and I'll pass. Draw 2 cards. Surprise Strike and Overwhelming Barrage. Gotta love that Overwhelming Barrage. He is not going that hard, so I'm going to continue going on with this bombardment of ships. Overwhelming of ships, and I'm going to put that Overwhelming Barrage down. I'm going to resource it. Seems silly, but we're playing for fun. Why not? We're hanging out. Although Jace played a lot of Quinlan, he hasn't played some of the extra of the additional cards I've added in here and made some changes. So yeah, Qui-Gon. Tony Milan, new Qui-Gon leader, is kind of nasty with possible lines. Yeah, Qui-Gon is pretty great with the ability to essentially bounce a card back to your hand and replace it with a card of a different value. So much potential there. Justin says, I'm on 14 one-drops, 3 TIE fighters, 2 droid starfighters, and then the 2 wingman vectors. Yeah, those are those are essentially one-drops. We're going to take 2, go to 7. I think this game is going to be me. Let me make sure I'm marking all this stuff correctly. All right, let's go. Let's keep myself alive. Pay 1. Pay 1 to put a pilot on the AT hauler, which creates another TIE fighter token. And I'll pass. Now I'm a 5/6. Great. All right, that's dangerous. So it has 6 health right now, or sorry, 5 health remaining. I'm going to pay 2. I'm going to pay for surprise strike, and I'm going to hit you for 9 with it. But all right, that 9 gets him to 11. 1, 2, 3. I'll swing on you for 3 more damage, getting you to 14, and then I'll pay 1 for another first order TIE fighter and use Vader's ability to put out another TIE fighter token, and then I will pass. Draw 2 cards, TIE fighter and Victor leader. Dropping that TIE, keeping Victor leader. Ugh. If he hits me with a force throw early on or could get me any hand disadvantage, that'd be so rough. So rough. All right, I'm ready. No. He'd let me know he has so many ground units ready to go that are all flash or all ambush. Let's see here. We are at 14. He doesn't have necessarily an answer. I can hit pretty hard. Let's go for the hit. All right, I'm going to put the victory leader so they all get +1/+1. The Victor is short for victory. I have no cards in hand. Are you sure you want a force throw? Oh yeah, you can do that. You can force throw a card out of your hand to hit one of mine. Perfect. Lord is killed. You discarded the ambusher. Makes sense. Let's go ahead and hit you for 5. Plays Kira, nothing for him to see. He just needs to ping, so he pings the TIE fighter that hits for a total of 3 right now. I will swing for 1 with the Gilded TIE Fighter, or with the Guild TIE Fighter, and I will pay 2 to draw a card. All right, that's game, right? No, I only have 4 damage on board. You hit me for 3? Okay, so I'll go to 10. I will hit you for 1. Gets me to 12. Now it's like, why not just pass? I'm like, well, I don't know. You never know. You never know. Just might as well get all the damage on there. I'll hit you for 1. There's the other 2. I'm at 14. I'm just gonna go for it. Swing for another 1. Love all the communication in the chat. I love when people I know personally are talking to other people. That's always great. When they're talking to people and, you know, talking about Star Wars. Love Star Wars. Swing for one more. And then I'll pass. Draw 2 cards. Surprise Strike and TIE Fighter. Put down the Republic Y-Wing I drew off that mining guild. Here we go. I think what I'll do is I'll just deploy Vader. But on the ground for fun. Okay, we got TIE Fighters. Hit from my base for 3. With the Quinlan. Takes me to 17. I'm going to deploy Vader. He's a 5/6 on the ground. I'll go ahead and kill you. I got it. Awesome. Yeah, Jay, I'm sorry the card did not work out for you that time. Quinlan is a really good matchup a lot of times against that, but I think you just weren't seeing all the right stuff. No 1-drops, that's for sure. Yeah, you won't ping the 1-drops. Right, yeah, and I had to be very careful with 3-drops I put out, knowing you were going to finish off the first one that gets out most of the time. So that's like the Victor leader struggles, obviously, but you know, I had to play that so you would kill it because you have to kill it. So no, and I have like no cards in hand most of the time, so any early card advantage, like if you would have saw the Grogu early, I would have been wrecked because you would exhaust my unit and then have forced throws to just take stuff out. Yeah. Well, Jay, I appreciate you taking the time to play. Looks like we finished up earlier than normal, but I know you had a lot. So I appreciate, again, you hopping on stream and helping out. Yeah, thanks so much. And so just reevaluating like this deck, Darth Vader Cunning is super fun, especially if you like swarming your opponent. You can run out of cards, so hand disruption is going to really end up with you having a bad time. That can be a really rough day. A lot of your units don't have the health to survive too long, so you have to be careful of that against some control decks. Even if you're spamming or just swarming your opponent with a lot of these lower cost units, most of their health is 1 and 2s until you get Victor Leader out. So Kira doing an overwhelming barrage can really wreck your board. So again, you want to kind of keep your pressure going a lot. I do recommend trying to aim for getting 2 1-drops every turn. And then you're just going to play stuff to protect your units. So Waylay, the shuttle, Eager Fighter, Escort Fighter kind of does that a little bit for you. A little bit of protection, triggers Darth Vader's ability. The card I never really played here, where the Vanguards, the shuttles, and the Elite P-38s. Obviously, these two do a lot. The P-38 is going to ping. The TIE Dagger Vanguard is going to do 2 damage to a damaged unit. So there's some good synergy in there. But just cards we didn't really need in these matchups. Overall, it was about putting more pressure, trying to race, because both of those decks are just too strong. And again, we got lucky on some stuff. We also never saw the Clone Combat Squadron. Love Clone Combat Squadron. 4-drop, 3/3, +1 for each other friendly space unit. That's insane. So, in a lot of testing, you can see Clone Combat can hit for pretty high. I think the highest I've had it hit is 13 on the next turn. That's usually just like deploying Vader on it and then counting everything else. It gets nuts. Clone Combat Squadron is nuts. But appreciate everyone just checking out this, really short video. I'm glad we went through and played against Sabine and Quinlan. There is, if you're in the Portland or just the Oregon, Washington area, there is some talks. There's some information coming out about a future 1K that I will talk about probably next week, which is going to be pretty cool. So we're getting some details and some interest together, but there will be a 1K before Worlds in Vegas this year. So yeah, just keep that in mind. We're looking at a few things. It's going to be pretty great. Outside of that, the other stuff we're doing here, we're going to be interviewing the winner of the Seattle qualifier. And if you haven't caught any of those video of that stream yet, feel free. We'll probably put the finals video out as well. And just appreciate everyone taking the time to watch this, interact. Thanks for the super fun chat, everyone. Loved everyone's thoughts and opinions on Vader and Quinlan's and Sabine's, all the good stuff. And everyone have a great week, and may the Force be with you.